Oh, sorry. It's not a mirror? Fine. To shoot basi. Nini. People, man, how do I love this show? Yes, this one, Kalekye Mumo Live Uncut. I love it because it gives me life. We go live every Monday at 3 p.m. on FB and IG, and we package it for you right here on YouTube. And it's all about getting amazing stories, sharing stuff that can change both your and my life as we go about, because heck, life is difficult already and you're better off knowing something that could help you. So this particular week, we took a dare and went straight into the shop that gives me these lovely wigs. Doll's Closet. You're always asking me, where do you get your wigs? Well, this is the hub. Just check out all that amazing stuff. You can find them on Ngong Road, that is at Pedimon Plaza on the ground floor, so check them out over there. And why were we there? We were here because I got an amazing direct message on my Instagram from a lady called Tina Okuku. And Tina was just talking about how she loves my wigs, but it was not something she could afford, given that she had just gone through chemo and lost her hair, and so her medical bills were more important. And I just had to meet this lady. She was so humble. Haribo Tina! How are you?
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. So nice to meet you. Please have a seat. That is for you. My idea was to make sure that we are giving this amazing woman a full makeover, and not only just getting her a wig. This is how it went. So we're here at Doll's Closet, and the idea is we're gonna make sure that we hook you up with the best wig that suits you, that makes you feel nice and lifts up your self-esteem. I decided that you need a little bit more than just a wig. So I called upon my favorite people who do my makeup, and who taught me how to do my makeup.
Wow.
They asked to do pretty faces. So we're gonna do makeup for you today.
Wow.
I then also decided that we would like to dress you. And so I got you an outfit.
I tired now.
I got you an outfit, courtesy of Glam by Tess, who's my stylist. So of course I had to ask a couple of questions, and just understanding how she discovered about her cancer and how angry she got, not because of anything else, but her doctor. She actually fired her doctor.
I was sitting on something and my hand went against my breast. And I felt something hard. And so I touched, and yes, there's something hard. It's big and hard. And I said to myself, they always say fat. When you're fat and you have a big bust, because I had a big bust, it's all fatty tissue. So I said, see, anyway, I'm losing weight, so even the fat is going, and true, anyway, my breast size had changed. So this must be part of it. So I didn't give it much thought. Then after some time, probably 2 or 3 weeks, I felt it again. This time it was much bigger than the first time.
Oh.
So I told myself, now consciously let me keep checking to see if it's actually changing, or am I just imagining. And true, in about again another 2 weeks, it was big. As in, now to the touch, it was definitely probably almost the size of an orange. Initially when I started, it could have been the size of an egg. What I was feeling. Yes, in a few weeks. But the funniest thing is, it's not visible to the eye.
Oh, so it's only if you actually...
If you touch it, yes. It was not visible to the eye. So of course now when I realized it's actually growing, then now
you had to see.
We started doing, seeing the doctor and everything. Okay. Yeah, and that's how... Okay. This now we are at... this is now November 2018.
Yeah, so this has been through 2017, going through just noticing different changes.
Yes.
But 2018, you're like, okay.
Yes, so now in November, I started doing all these tests, and finally I did my biopsy beginning of, towards the end of November. My results came out mid-ish December. Yeah, end of November did the biopsy, mid-December my biopsy results came back. Yes, and that's when I was told. When I got the news, I remember in fact, the only anger that I felt was I was angry with the doctor. I was not angry about the news. And I remember I fired my doctor.
You fired?
Yes.
You fired your doctor?
Yes, after he gave me the news.
Why?
I picked up my handbag and I walked out.
Hiya.
And I went home and I stayed, doing nothing now, just sleeping and wondering what's next now. I don't even have a doctor.
To be honest, when you think about it, Kenyan doctors can be really difficult. And I don't know if this goes on across the world, but just imagine having a doctor who does not know how to impart information as sensitive as you've got cancer to you. This is heartbreaking.
So I walk into the doctor's office, and that's a very big thing. That's something I have noticed with so many people that I have also spoken to, is they don't care how they tell you.
No, there's no.
They just don't
I was
care.
sure that cancer doctors, oncologists, are very particular and very cautious. It's the movies that we watch.
I think it's the movies,
that we watch, the Grey's Anatomies and the ER. It always looked like they were very compassionate.
No, not at all. So I walk into his office, and of course I've come with my results, and I give it to him and see. He's not meant to tell me. No, he has the results, so
he's supposed to read them.
He's meant to tell me what it's about.
Yeah.
So the result was it's like an A5 paper, the biopsy result, and he's holding it, and he looks at it, and he reads it like this. Then he looks at me, and he read it again. He did it 3 times. Looks at me, doesn't say anything. Then he just shakes his head.
No.
And he gave me the paper.
No!
So, by this time also because of what you've been reading all through, you know what it should be.
Yeah.
So I took the paper from him also and I ran my fingers through and I'm looking for this word. I'm looking for the word carcinoma.
Yeah.
And I saw it.
That's how I knew it.
And that's how I knew. So
okay,
I was
fine.
like, okay. So I asked him, so what next? I was okay. What next? Then he says, so now we need to go to theater. You need to have a surgery done. And this time he's opening his drawers and removing papers and he's signing for me something and telling me take this to insurance. Then we can have the operation day after tomorrow. Tomorrow take to insurance. Let them do it. What? So I asked him, surgery for what?
Because you not said anything.
Yes, surgery for what? And he asked me, he told me, do you want to die or do you want to live?
Hey. Okay. Guys, I think I
looked and I remembered my handbag is on the floor and I picked it up and I walked out. I said, who died and made you God?
That you can tell me that. What?
Yeah.
Despite everything that Tina went through and she found a good doctor, she still had to relay this message of her situation to her family and friends. And it wasn't easy, especially even imagining talking to her family, her children. How was she going to break it to them? Listen to what she had to say. We got a chat with your sister.
Yes.
And your sister tells us that you didn't tell her directly, you went through a friend.
Yes.
To tell her. What was the decision on you can't tell her directly and that you'd tell a friend to do it for you? Why not?
As I told you, my sister, my family, we are 3.
Okay.
I have an older brother, he's in the US, so it's just me and my sister here. Yes, and my sister, so I'd consider myself her mother.
Was the older one?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So I was imagining, now this poor girl, what am I telling her really?
How old is she? She's much younger?
2 years difference.
Oh, but you still have that big sister thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh-huh. So what did you do?
There's 3 years in between us. So a very good friend of mine who really is an amazing girl. Mm-hmm. And all through, she knew what I was going through, and by the time I found the lamp, again, she was the first person I told.
Oh, so
she's my first of everything. Oh, yes, yes. Mm-hmm. And those nice people to have in your corner,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I knew it would be easier to deal with my sister than it would be for me, because I imagined me and my sister would just start creating drama for each other. And I don't know, I really would not want to see my sister in such a situation. You know, I mean, as I told you, we're just two of us, both our parents passed on. So, you know, we've just got each other. And I thought it would be a bit too hard for her. As for my brother, I sent him, what was it? I think there was something I got on WhatsApp from the doctor. And I know he responded with question mark, question mark, question mark. And I told him Google.
You, Tina. That's how you told your brother. You told him Google. My goodness. Okay. And so then there's your children and there's your husband. Now, how did you deal with that?
Okay, my children, I think knew. My children knew late, but they suspected something was wrong. Okay, I have a very tight group of 17 friends that make us 18. And the moment the first person knew and told everybody, and suddenly everyone was always in my house, and everybody's whispering, you know?
Because of the kids.
Yes, because of the kids. Oh, please, and note, my children are not really children, but they're still children.
I mean, they'll always be your children. How old are they?
My oldest is 24, and my baby is 21.
But then they're still with you?
Yes, both of them are still at home. I suspect the younger one especially, because he's at home more, must have suspected there was something, because people are always coming and there's always these hush-hush meetings. But he didn't know what it was. So finally, my sister is the one who got to talk to them.
Yeah.
And when she asked them, and they said, yeah, we know. So how do you know? But we had people talking. And I felt very bad about that.
One of the biggest things that stood out for me as I talked to Tina was the fact that insurance companies can be quite the sham. They don't give you all the information. I'm telling you guys, you really need to check out what's going on with the insurance that you pay for as a private citizen and NHF. Just make sure you read everything. Listen to Tina.
It's so unfortunate that even if you have insurance, those are the first people who look at you,
Yeah, I don't get that, but
like that.
They just decide that enough.
Yeah, and then you know.
We're not paying.
You know, really, we will pay what we want to pay.
Oh, not
Yes.
amounting to what you cover, you've paid.
We will pay what you want to pay, what we want to pay. So even by the time I was getting into hospital, I already knew how much my insurance was going to pay.
So you needed now to find the rest.
So you have to fund the rest. Like for instance, my hospital, my surgery, the cost of surgery and everything came to 952,000. Of which my insurance were very helpful and paid 300,000. And they told me, you know what? See you next year. We are done with you for the year.
And that's just the surgery.
That's the surgery only.
I don't know, that's just...
And they say, see you next year.
That's really hard to do.
Yes, so that's when again it hits you. Okay, I have not even started my treatment. And what do I do now? And so, you know, again, it takes you into this space where you're wondering, where does all this money come from? Then again, when I get to be told about my, now I've moved, at this point I've moved from my surgeon who's taken me to the oncologist, and the oncologist has come up with a treatment plan. And she says, okay, we're going to have 16 sessions of chemo. And I'm like, okay. Then someone told me, oh, NHIF and everything. And I was like, yay, good, NHIF will come in. Little did I know that NHIF only covers for 6 sessions. And of the 6 sessions, they only pay 25,000 per session.
And that's not the whole amount?
It's not even half. It's not even half.
Okay.
So you have to dig deep.
The biggest reason we got her here, well, was because she said her esteem was low. And I mean, I'm all about building up self-esteem, and I teamed up with people who believe the same as me. Doll's Closet, thank you so much for hooking us up. Thank you so much for Studio Pretty Faces who came through for the makeup, and of course Glam by Sess for the styling. This was so dope. Okay, so guys, we are now ready to unveil our beautiful Tina, who we have dolled up. So Glam by Sess has hooked it up. So Tina, come on out. Let us see what you look like, please. Are we ready? Step on out, step on out, step on out, step on out. Woo! Oh, look at this girl. Have a seat. Oh my goodness. Do you like it?
Yes, I do.
Do you feel hot? Yes. Because you are like, you need to pop and remember that you are a sexy, beautiful woman.
Amen.
Yeah. The wig is on, the makeup's done, and the look by Glam by Sess. You look amazing. Doesn't she look amazing, crew?
Amazing.
Thank you, Kalekye.
And yep, just happy that I got to hear a story from an amazing, strong woman such as Tina, and that she loved her full makeover and left here a happier person, full of life. And that is what we do right here on Kalekye Mumo Live Uncut. If you have anybody who you know who needs some uplifting or has a story that everybody needs to know about, that I need to know about, what you can do is just email info@kalekyemumo.com. Just let me know about it. And you know what? The story that jumps out to me, the one that touches my soul, I will be sure to be in touch, and maybe you could end up on this show. But we'll do this again next week. Remember, FB and IG Live, you better go there and follow @Kalekye Mumo and hit this subscribe button right now. Hit that button right now and make sure that you are here not to miss a single thing of this show. My name is Kalekye Mumo and I love you always. We will see you next week. Bye.